You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Macy Eglund. George Santos says he will continue to fight the criminal charges against him as he awaits a federal court hearing tomorrow. So what do Long Islanders think of the embattled congressman? Steve Langford reports.
With renewed efforts by some Republicans to remove Representative George Santos from Congress, New York's 3rd congressional district appears to be largely done discussing the first-term GOP congressman. If there's any support left for the scandal-scarred Santos here in Port Washington on the eve of another appearance in federal court on more criminal charges, mum's the word here, mostly.
Oh, I'm sorry, I have no comment on that.
Sorry, I gotta pick the drink.
I'm working right now.
I spoke to George Santos this morning.
Newsday Washington correspondent Laura Figueroa Hernandez reports Congressman Santos says he will continue to fight criminal charges against him, but will not attempt to convince his fellow members of Congress to keep him in office.
He said that, he wasn't going to beg anybody. He wasn't going to beg for votes. He said, he's entitled to his due process rights and that he hoped that the lawmakers would vote their conscience.
Fellow Long Island GOP Congressman Anthony D'Esposito has announced plans to revive an effort to expel George Santos.
Congressman D'Esposito originally filed a resolution to expel Santos back on October 11th, but the House didn't have a speaker.
If the bid to force Santos out of Congress moves forward, a vote in the House could happen as soon as next week or the week after.
They view Santos as a liability. They were all elected. A lot of them flipped Biden districts, and the last thing they need is Santos's baggage. So they're really adamant about getting him out of office.
Expelling George Santos from Congress would require the support of 2/3 of the members of the House. Steve Langford for Newsday TV.
A Point Lookout man has been indicted for allegedly starving his dog to death. The Nassau DA says Kevin Barnett brought an adult female dog to be cremated at an animal hospital. The staff there discovered the dog, Jessica, was eating things that were not food before she died, indicating that she was starving. The 70-year-old man is facing several charges, including aggravated cruelty to animals and torturing and injuring animals, among others. New legislation is looking to fight eating disorders among children. The law bans sales of diet pills, muscle-building proteins, and green tea extracts to kids under the age of 18. Another bill signed into law today raised the age limit to operate ATVs from 10 years old to 14. Holtzville residents are raising concerns over a proposed battery storage plant in their community. The Public Service Commission approved a facility that would include over 100 lithium-ion batteries on 6 acres. And residents are worried about evacuation plans for schools, fire hazards, and health concerns. The company developing the plant says it's planning another public information session by the end of the year. A proposed Vegas-style casino on the Coliseum property is top of mind for voters in the town of Hempstead. I spoke to Ted Phillips for this story you'll see only in Newsday. We are going over the different issues residents in different towns are focused on as they choose their next town officials. Ted Phillips is our Hempstead reporter. Ted, what's been at top of mind for residents in Hempstead?
One of the issues in Hempstead is the redevelopment of the hub, possibly putting in a casino there. This is a project that's being driven at the county level, but there will be some zoning issues that can come up, and so there will be some say and some input from the town at the local level. And so this is something that residents will be dealing with and addressing, and as their elected officials deal with it.
And voting a little bit different in Hempstead now as well after the redistricting. What's the latest on that?
The town board did draw some new district lines. These were controversial. The critics say that these new district lines have diluted minority power, and this is in a town that had been about 60% white in the 2010 census, but that has come down to about 51%.
Any other concerns you've been hearing from residents in your reporting?
Well, I know that the candidates have been talking about housing. This is one area where the Republicans and the Democrats differ. Republicans have been focused on trying to resist any effort from Albany to have any kind of say in how local decisions are being made. Democrats, on the other hand, seem more interested in trying to promote development of housing to address the shortage of housing.
Something all of Long Island is dealing with, essentially. Thank you very much, Ted. You can read more about the issues in Hempstead and what matters in your town on our website, newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Well, if you've been noticing more acorns than usual this year, you are not alone. This fall marks the return of masting, which is the above average output of acorn production. It happens every 2 to 5 years or so. Arborists say it is a concern because it can add stress to the trees. Let's talk about your forecast on Long Island. Tonight, mild, mostly cloudy, around 56 degrees. And tomorrow is another nice day like we had today, partly cloudy and warm with highs in the low 70s once again. Enjoy it while it lasts, though. Temps are going to drop soon. We'll take a look at your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Home Tax Saver, PTRC Incorporated.
50 years of Piano Man. Long Islanders are marking the milestone hit by Billy Joel's iconic song and album. Jamie Stewart has the story you'll see only in Newsday.
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday.
Actually, it's about 5 o'clock on a weeknight. And thousands of Long Islanders are once again heading to the Garden to see Billy Joel's 50th anniversary tour and 50th anniversary of the Piano Man's most iconic song.
Sing us a song, you're the Piano Man.
Sing us a song tonight.
What do you love about that song?
I loved singing it in college. We would sing it in the bar and be stupid together. It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'm sure that I could be a movie star if I could get out of this place.
There's like the small townness in his stuff, and as like someone's from Long Island, he kind of like carries that in his music, and I think that a lot of people kind of want more.
Ask your average person to name the most famous Billy Joel song, and they'll likely say Piano Man.
There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic engine.
The song was Joel's first official single, released 50 years ago, and was his first ever top 40 hit.
It hits everybody. You know, there's every character in it, and you can relate to one of those, or know somebody that is like one.
And 50 years later, it's nearly impossible to hear it and not sing along.
I go la la.
No, it's not that.
Oh,
that's
okay,
the
go
second
ahead.
part.
Go, you go again.
It's la la la, let it la.
La la,
let it
la la. Billy Joel's record-breaking residency here at the Garden is coming to a close next year, and the demand still as high as ever because, as Billy always says, it's me they've been coming to see to forget about life for a while. For Newsday TV, I'm Jamie Stewart.
A lot of great singers on Long Island. You can read more about Billy Joel's career on our website, newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
What's Up on Long Island is brought to you by PC Richard & Son.
It's Friday Eve, so here's what's up on Long Island. Long Island Restaurant Week kicks off this weekend. Make a reservation and take advantage of 8 days of deals at local restaurants, offering 3-course price-fixed dinners and 2-course lunches. Take advantage at local restaurants across Nassau and Suffolk starting on Sunday. And this weekend is for the dogs. Bring your pups to stroll designated areas at the historic Old Westbury Gardens. The events on Saturday and Sunday include a fall dog parade and a costume contest.
You've seen all kinds of movies, but you've never seen anything like the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
See the Rocky Horror Picture Show. The 1975 cult classic is screening at midnight on Saturday at the Suffolk in Riverhead. For admission information and more events, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box on our homepage.
My goal is to entertain, but also to let you into places where the fans can't go. I want to take the readers inside the locker room, inside the heads of the athletes.
Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.
You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Macy Eglund. Thanks for joining us. We'll leave you with a look at your 7-day forecast.